Oh, Paulie, I know you're going to give me something I don't want. Yeah, you did. Tony Gwynn has passed away. We just talked to the Padres PR department. We want to make sure we had confirmation there. Diagnosed with cancer earlier this year, and Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn has passed away. I knew he had health issues. Diagnosed with cancer, I think, 4 months ago. Man, one of the great laughs in all of sports. Really, one of the great laughs. And what I always respected about him is he could have made more money, but he didn't want to uproot his family. He wanted to be a Padre. And I remember when he signed his contract, he was the Players Association was angry at him. He told me this because he didn't go out on the open market because your salaries are going to dictate what that next guy is going to get. But you know what? Run through what kind of stats do you have for Tony Gwynn?
They're silly. I mean, if you go back to 84, 351, 370, 336, 394 in the strike season, where he was flirting with 400, 368, 353, 372, a career 338 batting average, all for the San Diego Padres.
He's one of the first guys to use videotape, and he would have videotape of every at bat. And he really had a science to it. Yes, Paul.
He had a season where he had 577 at-bats, hit 368, and he struck out 15 times in 577 plate appearances. Also
a former point guard, I believe at San Diego State, may be their all-time assist leader. But he was always in a good mood, man. Always. Yes, McLevin?
I see in his bio he had 5 Gold Gloves.
Yes.
So he must have been a great athlete.
Very underrated. And I asked him about this because I went to a game at Wrigley, and I heard these guys yelling at him, making fun of his weight. And Tony said, I don't see anybody else my size doing what I'm doing. And it shut up the crowd because they were, like, making fun of Gwynn playing right field and how heavy he was. But he had this, there was a nimble nature to him. He used to steal bases, too, I think. I think early in his career, did he ever steal 50 bases in a season? For some reason, I think that Tony did that. Did he do, Paulie?
Yes, in 1987, he hit, oh my goodness, he hit 370, and he also stole 56 bases.
Yeah. I thought that he had one of those years. But Tony Gwynn, how old was Tone? Got an age on?
54 years old.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that. A good dude. Really good dude. We'll take a break. If you're just joining us, Tony Gwynn has passed away from cancer at the age of 54. Padres Hall of Famer. You have these left-handed hitters. Boggs, Gwynn, Rod Carew. There was this brilliance with the bat. Ichiro like that, too. And Tony had power. Tony was a great athlete, really was. San Diego State point guard, Paulie, is that right? And he's still maybe up there all-time assist leader at the school, but he died at the age of 54. It just feels like Gwynn is a guy who could just, at any age, could get up to the plate and get you a base knock. He always felt that way. All right, more of your phone calls coming up, best and worst of the weekend. Bring in Reggie Miller, NBA on TNT, who joins us now. Hi, Reg.
Sad.
Yeah.
Very sad. Very, my well wishes goes out to the Gwynn family. You and I, we had this conversation way back when in Indiana when Mark, myself, and you were in the barn. We did the Dan Marino, Joe Montana, and remember we did the bases loaded, and you had,
coming to
Bob
the plate.
Gibson or Sandy Koufax on the mound. Who would you want up at the plate? And we did the Rod Carew versus Tony Gwynn. And I picked Rod Carew, and I know Mark was always adamant about Tony Gwynn. And it was funny because a few years later, I met Tony, and, we became pretty, good friends. And he had heard that conversation. He looked at me crazy. He's like, are you kidding me? A California guy, are you kidding me? I'm like, you're right, Tony. You're absolutely right. I don't know what got into me. So he swayed me over to his side. Just an unbelievable man, and it's just sad.
Yeah, good dude. And Reggie was talking about...
Start of the day! Start of the day! Start of the day! Start of the day! Here comes the start of the day!
In 20 seasons in the major leagues, Derek Jeter has struck out 1,791. Tony Gwynn, playing for the Padres, 20 seasons, struck out 434 times. Bang, biscuit.
Start of the day! Start of the day! Start of the day! Start of the day! Here comes the start of the day!
A bad season for Tony Gwynn, strikeout-wise, was 40. Check and see, Paulie, if Tony Gwynn ever struck out more than 50 times in a season.
Not even close. His worst season in the big leagues, his worst, he hit .313 and had 40 strikeouts.
Man, unbelievable. Tony was all-conference at San Diego State 2 times in basketball. Yeah, Paul.
He had a 4-year run, age 34 to 38, where he went 394, 368, 353, 372.
All right, let me get a couple of phone calls in here. Matt in Iowa. Hey, Matt. Thanks for holding, buddy.
Thanks, Dan. Waiting on hold with a heavy heart when that news came through.
Yeah.
I was present for Tony Gwynn's 2,999th hit on the same night McGuire hit number 500. And he got number 3,000 the next night, first at bat in Montreal.
Montreal, yeah.
We were a little slighted that night, but it was okay.
Thank you.
I got another stat of the day for you.
All right. What music? Sad news, Tony Gwynn has passed away at the age of 54. Great ambassador for the game. This all-around good guy. One of the great laughs in all the sports. We'll do it again tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Dan Patrick Show.